Get ready for some massive action because San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama escapes playoff suspension after an ejection. We break down exactly what happened when Victor Wembanyama was tossed from the game for elbowing Naz Reid, and why the NBA decided not to impose any further punishment. This is huge news for the franchise and the league moving forward.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the fallout from that intense moment. We dive deep into the details of Victor Wembanyama's ejection in Game 4 against the Minnesota Timberwolves, examining the sequence of events that led to the flagrant 2 call and how that single play shifted the momentum of the series. We explore the reactions from players like Dylan Harper and the coaching staff, and what this means for the rest of the Western Conference semifinals. Then we shift focus to the bigger picture. We explore why Victor Wembanyama has cemented himself as the undeniable face of the NBA, analyzing his unprecedented skill, his outspoken nature, and how he is redefining what it means to be a superstar in this league. Discover how his competitive spirit and willingness to speak his mind are setting a new standard for the next generation of athletes. Finally, we take a closer look at the league's decision. We analyze the debate surrounding the NBA's choice not to suspend Victor Wembanyama, weighing in on the arguments from analysts about his history and his status as a certified superstar. Don't miss this full breakdown of the controversy and what this ruling truly signifies for the future of the league. Stay with us. San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama has been cleared to return to the court for the upcoming playoff game after escaping a suspension following an ejection. The 22-year-old French sensation was tossed from the game on Sunday for elbowing opponent Naz Reid in the face during a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, which tied the series at 2 games apiece. The incident occurred in the second quarter when Wembanyama, battling with Minnesota's Jaden McDaniels, and Reid after an offensive rebound, collided with McDaniels. Wembanyama spun, raising his elbow and striking Reid hard on the jaw. Officials reviewed the play and determined the contact rose to the level of a flagrant 2 foul, which automatically results in ejection. This marks the first time in Wembanyama's career that he has been ejected. Upon being ejected, the star made a point of high-fiving his teammates as he left the court. Despite Wembanyama's departure, the second-seeded Spurs had an 8-point lead early in the fourth quarter before the Timberwolves mounted a comeback to tie the series. Wembanyama contributed 4 points and 4 rebounds before the incident. Spurs coach Mitch Johnson expressed his view that Wembanyama did not intentionally throw his elbow, but was reacting to the physical challenge from the Timberwolves players. Johnson noted that the 7-foot, 4-inch player consistently absorbs aggressive contact, stating, "The amount of physicality that people play with him, at some level you have to protect yourself." He added, "Every single play on every single part of the floor people are trying to impose their physicality on him. He doesn't complain one time. We don't complain. But at some stage he should be protected, and if not, he's going to have to protect himself. And unfortunate stuff like that happens." The San Antonio Spurs have confirmed that Victor Wembanyama will participate in Game 5 of the NBA Western Conference semifinals against the Timberwolves on Tuesday in San Antonio. Head coach Don Harris confirmed the matchup, noting that league sources indicated no prior history between the teams and that the lead-up to the elbow series played a role in the recent events. The series' momentum shifted dramatically following an incident in Game 4. Wembanyama was ejected after striking Timberwolves center Naz Reid in the throat early in the second quarter. The confrontation occurred after an offensive rebound, with Wembanyama reportedly snapping and jabbing his right arm toward Reid, resulting in a flagrant 2 foul for excessive contact above the neck. This penalty resulted in an automatic ejection, immediately swinging the balance of the pivotal game toward the Timberwolves, who had leveled the series at 2 games apiece after the Spurs had won Game 3. During the game, Spurs rookie Dylan Harper highlighted the intensity of the physical play, stating, "It was a whole lot of grabbing and pushing and shoving, but that's a part of the game. The next man has got to step up." Spurs head coach Mitch Johnson defended Wembanyama following the ejection. Johnson acknowledged the call was warranted due to the outcome, but maintained there was no intentionality behind the play, calling it a tough break. He expressed relief that Reid was not injured, but strongly criticized the perceived lack of protection Wembanyama receives from officials, suggesting that teams have been continually attempting to impose physicality on the rookie. Despite the ejection, Wembanyama finished the game with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 fouls in 13 minutes. The Timberwolves have utilized significant frontcourt muscle, including Reid, Julius Randle, and Jaden McDaniels, in their efforts against the Spurs' star center. Victor Wembanyama has firmly established himself as the defining face of the NBA, transcending the sport to become a global icon. The 22-year-old center has captivated fans through his ultra-competitive, outspoken, and unique persona, solidifying his position as the league's next generational player. Despite navigating multiple injuries throughout the season, the San Antonio Spurs center demonstrated remarkable resilience, evolving from a future prospect into a present contender. The team's increased mainstream coverage and push toward contention propelled Wembanyama to new heights. Wembanyama's intensity has significantly shifted the league's atmosphere. Addressing fan complaints about a lack of intensity in non-playoff games, Wembanyama plays every contest with a must-win mentality, injecting 110% effort into every game. This passion has set a new standard, with his performance during the All-Star game forcing other stars to elevate their play. Anthony Edwards highlighted this impact, noting that Wembanyama set the tone for the contest. Beyond his competitive drive, Wembanyama possesses unprecedented skill for his size. Standing 7'4", he exhibits elite shooting ability and interior attacking prowess, making him an offensive powerhouse. Defensively, he operates as a spatial vacuum, effectively neutralizing opposing teams. His defensive impact was so profound that he earned his first Defensive Player of the Year selection, becoming the first player ever to receive the honor unanimously, with his efforts reportedly neutralizing 2 defenders combined. Offensively, the alien has shown unlimited potential, averaging 25 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. The Spurs' strategic approach to feeding him the ball around the rim has been instrumental in his flourishing offensive game. His ceiling is comparable to NBA legends, positioning him as a player whose growth will reshape how athletes are perceived. Wembanyama is also redefining star behavior by embracing authenticity. He speaks openly about the game, the league, and personal experiences, refusing to hide his emotions, as exemplified by his stance on managing his concussion. This willingness to be transparent aligns with public demand for emotional honesty from the next generation of stars. The season marks a pivotal turning point for Wembanyama and the Spurs. They have unexpectedly advanced to the Western Conference semifinals against the Timberwolves, becoming favorites in the series. With his growing stature and the iconography of the Spurs, Wembanyama is poised to propel himself into rarefied air, ready to change the narrative surrounding athletic stardom. The NBA has decided not to impose further discipline on San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama following his ejection for elbowing Minnesota Timberwolves player Naz Reid in Game 4. This decision has sparked discussion among sports commentators regarding the league's disciplinary approach. Analysts have reacted to the incident, with some expressing disagreement with the lack of an additional suspension. One commentator noted that while they do not question the integrity of the NBA, they believe the league's decision was justifiable based on several factors. Key points raised include Wembanyama's lack of prior history of such incidents. It was suggested that his history, both in the legal and public opinion spheres, matters, distinguishing him from players with a history of similar physical altercations, such as Dylan Brooks or Draymond Green. This history, commentators argue, allows the league to offer a degree of leniency, viewing the incident as a first offense. Furthermore, the discussion highlighted Wembanyama's status as a certified superstar, who significantly boosts the appeal and ticket sales of the league. This factor was considered a significant data point in the league's decision-making process.